Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Rate lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Brian Rozak and Josh Scully back here at Franklin Regional High School, just about set to go. The Franklin Regional Panthers and the Uniontown Red Raiders, and the weather a little bit dicey driving up here tonight, Josh.
Yeah, Brian, we've already learned the Uniontown Area School District has a 2-hour delay tomorrow, so the Red Raiders don't have to hustle to get home. They can take their time and, excuse me, hopefully enjoy the win here tonight.
Uniontown in the away maroons, white numbers, their bench across the court to our right. Franklin Regional, the home whites with navy blue numbers and gold trim, their bench across the court to our left. I have to thank our video stream sponsors here tonight, including Dr. Paul Hartley at Preferred Primary Care Physicians and Stewart Collision, our graphic sponsor, South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott. This should be a lot of fun tonight, Franklin Regional. I think they're going to give Uniontown a game. Always tough to come here to Murraysville and pick up a win.
Yes, Brian, and you know what? This Franklin Regional team has recently enjoyed some success over the other two high schools with Uniontown, Pennsylvania addresses. They have defeated the Colonials. They defeated the Mustangs. They could go for the trifecta, so to speak, tonight if they could pull out the win here against the Red Raiders.
It's one of 4 games going on in Section 1 5A tonight. Albert Gallatin at Greater Latrobe, McKeesport at Gateway, and of course you can watch the Laurel Highlands Penn Trafford game as well on the WMBS Facebook page. And hard to believe, Josh, it's already wrapping up the first half of the conference season tonight.
It really is. It's incredible how quickly January has moved through, and the Uniontown Red Raiders, of course, still riding pretty high. But I do feel like this is an excellent opportunity for Franklin Regional and for their head coach, Jesse Reed, to say, look, we've got one half in the books. We can end that first half in really electric fashion with a big win here tonight.
Aiden Kiefer to take the opening tip-off for Uniontown. Red Raiders will work right to left. You'll have Jonah Johnston jumping for Franklin Regional. The 6'2 senior forward averages 8 points a game for Jesse Reed's squad. It's just about set to go on the snowy Tuesday night. We'll get the Section 1 5A matchup underway for Murraysville High School here on WMBS. Ball in the air, and Uniontown controls the opening tap over to Notorious Grooms. And Torrey off on the near wing to Kellen Milsom, coming near baseline, resets up top to Calvin Winfrey, a little juggle and a regain. Calvin hands off right block, and Aiden Kiefer there, able to lay it up and in. Good start for the Red Raiders.
Excellent start. Great to see Aiden Kiefer being used inside. He does have some great size, and I think he's really starting to learn how to use it.
Red Raiders in their 2-2-1. We'll see how the Panthers handle it here. Anthony Mitchell across on the far side, brought down there by Jonah Johnston, who pulls it out in the near wing. Jack Spagnol for 3 off the back iron, no good. Rebound tipped around, and they controlled by the Red Raiders' Kellen Milsom on the far side. Off to Winfrey and across. Here's Calvin coming back. Will pull up on the far wing as Uniontown resets their offense.
We'll see what they have to offer here. You know it's only a matter of time before we see the likes of Notorious Grooms and Calvin Winfrey get involved in this offense. Although, Brian, I will say this, Notorious Grooms, what a great distributor he's being this season, leads the team in assists by a wide margin.
And now the second all-time leading scorer at Uniontown is Kellen Milsom. Floats one up and in out in front. So Kellen, his first 2 points of the game, and Uniontown off to a nice start, leading 4-0, just over a minute in.
Absolutely offering a little bit of pressure here, too, are the Red Raiders.
There's Drew DeVola. He had a nice game against Laurel Highlands a couple of weeks ago. Sing it off there to Jack Spagnol, near wing again to Jonah Johnston. Works off to his left, resets between the circles to Anthony Mitchell. Back on the far wing again to Johnston. Watched there by Milsom. Up top again to DeVola, near side to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to go inside there to Johnston. Now does just that. He tries to back his way in off of Milsom, and the play whistled down for a travel there on Franklin Regional. Uniontown get the basketball back.
And that's a tough call, Brian, because I think he had good position there. Did a really nice job of being aware in regards to his foot placement on the floor. Didn't get too far under. Unfortunately, just one too many steps for the officials' liking.
I don't think Connor Krause's gotten a touch yet on the offensive side for the Franklin Regional Panthers. Again, he's their only returning starter from a from a team that made the WPIAL title game a year ago, and their leading scorer, averaging close to 19 points a game. Torrey Grooms up top, watched there by DeVola, and Torrey a pretty move. Now a kick it up top. Milsom passed on the 3 in the corner to Ellsworth. He'll pull it back high on the right again to Calvin Winfrey. Will slow things down. 2 minutes in, Uniontown leads 4-0, and now Winfrey looking for positioning. I think we'll get a foul on the floor here on Spagnol.
I think, too. That was a lot of contact there both ways, but I do think Spagnol probably initiated that.
And it'll be Torrey Grooms to send it in for Uniontown, left of the basket here in the Franklin Regional zone. Torrey, a little handoff there to Calvin, long 2, far side. Good for Calvin Winfrey. So Calvin with 2, Kiefer with 2, and Milsom with 2, and Uniontown off to a 6-0 lead.
Red Raiders looking to get everybody a basket maybe tonight.
Yes. Couldn't really ask for a better start as Anthony Mitchell brings it across there for Franklin Regional. Double team coming on him, bouncing it off to Spagnol. And that ball kicked by Kellen Milsom, deflected out of bounds here on the near side. Will stay with the Panthers here in the Uniontown zone.
Uniontown Red Raiders really showing off some of their team speed there. Not only do they offer the pressure, Brian, but what I appreciate about their game is how quickly they collapse. It is really hard to beat them over the top.
And you'll have Spagnol sending it in here into the corner to Connor Crossie. Touching off to Davola, trying to work on Kiefer. Pretty move through, up over the shoulder.
What
and
a
in.
shot. What a shot.
Davola, wow.
Just the way they drew it up, Brian, I don't doubt that.
Couldn't believe he got that one to drop. And Franklin Regional on the scoreboard now down 4 at 6-2 here at the 5:20 mark of the opening quarter.
Great answer there for the Panthers.
And here's Milsom near elbow. Jumper on the way. No good. They'll get Kiefer for over the back of Jonah Johnston. It'll be Franklin Regional basketball. 5:15 left here in the first. Uniontown a 6-2 lead. Red Raiders will head to York Run coming up on Friday to take on Albert Gallatin for the second time this year.
That'll be an exciting game.
Back-to-back road games for Uniontown this week. And down low, Johnston driving. Thought we might get a clean block there on Milsom, but he's going to be called for the foul.
A couple of quick ones here on the Red Raiders. 2 team fouls now here in the first quarter.
I'll call that in the act. So Jonah Johnston will head to the free throw line, 6'2" senior forward. Came in averaging 8 points a game. Had a nice game against Laurel Highlands last week, scoring 14 points. Now Johnston first of 2 here. Panthers down 4, make it 3 as Johnston rattles in the first of 2 free throws. Now Johnston getting ready for a second. This one up on the way and good again for Jonah Johnston. So the Panthers trying to creep their way back. A little 4-0 mini run. They're back to within 2 of Uniontown at 6-4. Calvin Winfrey sending it off there to Isaac Ellsworth. Back to Calvin here between the circles. Set it off on the near side to Milsom. Up top again to Calvin. Into Torrey. Torrey from the foul line. A little pivot. Now we'll back off of Davola. Double team coming out there from Crossie. And now a screen being set up by Kiefer as Torrey sends it off into the corner over to Ellsworth, who fires the 3 and rattles it home. So Isaac Ellsworth, that's his 52nd made 3 of the season, and extends the Uniontown lead now to 5 at 9-4.
What a season he's having, too. And there's nothing overhead here, Brian, which is nice. There's nothing he can hit on those moon balls.
Yes, has to like that. And now Crossie trying to answer back and does just that. Connor Crossie, his first points of the game come from outside the 3-point arc. And the Panthers hanging around. They're back down 2 at 9-7 here at the 4:16 mark of the opening quarter.
Certainly if the Panthers want to hang around in this game, they need Crossie to get going, so that's a big made basket for him.
Ellsworth cross court near side. Grooms long 2 near baseline. Good for Notorious Grooms. His first 2 of the game. 5 Red Raiders already in the scoring column. Uniontown leads at 11-7.
Well, Brian, all the starters now have their 1 basket.
Yes.
We can start to see some of the bench come in, maybe get their basket.
Great to see that kind of ball distribution here early on. We played just over 4 minutes. Uniontown leading by 4. Davola, pretty feed, but Crossie unable to finish down low, and Winfrey out of the pack with it there for Uniontown going the other way. Off to Grooms, 3 far wing, 2 strong. Kiefer, though, a nice offensive rebound to keep it alive. High feed, that's going to be an over and back violation, and the Panthers will get the basketball back.
Great rebound by Kiefer, wanted to go back up top to Ellsworth, just had a little bit too much, almost football pass-esque throw there, Brian,
Yes.
just a bit too much on it.
Cam Dugan checking in for Uniontown. He's really given the Red Raiders some good minutes this year. Played well against Laurel Highlands on Friday night as well.
Oh, yeah, he's a tremendous athlete. Great to see him on the floor.
We were talking as well during the Laurel Highlands game. We're pretty high on Sheffy.
Yes.
He plays really well off the Uniontown bench.
Tremendous amount of athleticism. No question about that for him.
I think he's going to get more minutes as the season progresses. There's Crossie in traffic. He's called for the travel.
That may have saved him, Brian,
Yes.
because I think you probably can get Grooms there with the big swat going for the block, so the travel comes first.
And Uniontown will trigger it back in. Torrey into Calvin. Red Raiders set it back up here. 3:19 left in the opening quarter. Uniontown the basketball, an 11-7 lead. Good little ball fake there from Milsom. Touch from Dugan. Near side, Notorious kicking in the corner. Good save from Ellsworth, but he's going to be called for the travel. Try to reset. Officials didn't see it that way, and Franklin Regional will get the basketball back.
Ellsworth did a nice job saving that pass out of the corner. Really did a good job, too, making his little move to get the defender to overplay, and apparently it was a little too good, Brian.
Now the Panthers will set things up again. Anthony Mitchell to work out of his own zone. Franklin Regional usually uses a good portion of their bench. They used about 11 or 12 on a consistent basis against Laurel Highlands when I saw them about 10 days ago. But so far the starters are getting it done as Connor Crossie finished there with the left hand. He has 5 here in the opening quarter. The Panthers back to within 2 of Uniontown at 11-9 here at the 2:45 mark of the first.
Starters for the Panthers definitely representing themselves very well.
And Milsom, a nice little answer back. Jumper just inside the free throw line. Good. He has 4. And the Red Raiders back up 4, 13-9. 2:35 left here in the first. And a tight opening quarter. Been fun to watch so far, Josh.
Yeah, plenty of scoring. A lot of offense both ways, which is great to see. And offense really from all over the floor. Here's another one.
Yeah, Colin Holt down to Crosby again. And Crosby, look out. He's starting to heat up, has 7 already. Panthers back to within 2 of Uniontown at 13-11. Here at the 2:17 mark of the first. And here's Milsom, or check that, Ellsworth.
Oh, my
3
goodness.
from the parking lot, he hits it. Ellsworth is swishing that one in. His second made 3 of the game. He now has hit, for the season, 53 threes, and Uniontown up 5 at 16-11.
Ellsworth could have cleaned the snow off your windshield,
Yes.
Brian, from where he shot that one from.
Yes,
oh, my.
Yeah, he really has unlimited range out there for Uniontown, and that 3 giving the Red Raiders a little bit of a cushion here as the Panthers try to sit up again here with Anthony Mitchell. And they'll switch here with Drew Davola. Fronted there by Milsom. Davola looking for operating room, nothing there. Hand it back off to Mitchell, works out to his left here and resets between the circles, being watched by Ellsworth. We're down to 1:37 left here in the opening quarter. Panthers the basketball, trailing Uniontown by 5. Davola now for the near elbow, back up top again there to Connor Crosby. Davola now trying to set the screen as Crosby operates here on the near side. Again, Milsom watching to his left there to Johnston. Johnston now driving, and he's going to get fouled, either going here on Torrey or Calvin.
I think they probably got grooms there at the very end of that. Indeed.
You're right on that. First on Torrey. Third team foul on Uniontown here in the opening quarter. Ruled that in the act. So Jonah Johnston, who hit his opening 2 free throw attempts, back to the foul line. First of 2 here short out the front of the rim.
And Brian, I know you've seen a lot of high schools in your day. This has got to be one of the best vantage points.
Yes.
Absolutely. Beautiful gymnasium here at Franklin.
And if Billy actually goes full wide, he can get the whole court or that far up. He won't have to move the camera at all.
Really
Second
nice
of 2
view.
free throws from Johnston. So he has 3 here in the opening quarter, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and Franklin Regional back to within 4 of Uniontown at 16-12. Cam Dugan playing catch there with Calvin. Dugan now touch over to Torrey in the corner, back up top again to Calvin, directs traffic between the circles, watched there by Crosby. To the back to Torrey and now Calvin again. Mitchell coming out defensively, off to Milsom, will fire a 3 up top, missed off the front of the rim, and skying for the rebound there, Jonah Johnston for Franklin Regional. Off and across to Anthony Mitchell, switching back there with Colin Holt, who just checked into the game. Down low, repositioning, and unable to get that 2 to go was Dylan Carr. That was a tough shot. Carr maybe got a little bit too deep there. Now the Red Raiders coming back. Torrey going for the save, and they'll rule him out of bounds.
You know what's nice about this for Franklin Regional, Brian, is this game has gone, nearly a quarter in pretty well offensively for Uniontown, but Franklin Regional has not blinked. They've come out, really done a good job matching up with them.
Even though they lost 4 starters from a team that made the WPIAL championship game and the state title game a year ago, a lot of these kids were on that squad and they're used to winning. And they're used to playing tight games. I think they're going to be a much stronger team over the second half of the section season. And down low, they're going to get Milsom a foul there on Dylan Carr.
Well, Milsom will want to be careful here now.
It's 2 on Kellen. He'll go back to the Uniontown bench, and they'll bring Aiden Kiefer back in. Uniontown typically is used as a 6-player rotation throughout much of the season. And they're sticking with that early. 26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Johnston gets the inbounds pass out to Crosby, far side 3, halfway down, rattled out. Ellsworth the rebound there for Uniontown.
The Red Raiders be wise here to save for the last shot.
Here's Calvin coming far winging in, trying to reposition it. Kiefer lost the handle. Look out here as Colin Holt picks up the basketball. Bounces off to his right to Mitchell, put it off the glass. Shot wouldn't drop. Loose ball rebound picked up by Dugan. Uniontown numbers coming back. Off to Torrey, who drives on the inside. He'll get the basket to go, and 1 to Notorious Grooms. Now with 4, can make it 5 here at the foul line. The Uniontown lead up to 6. Torrey an opportunity to extend it with 2.2 left on the clock here in the opening quarter.
Great take there by Notorious Grooms. Defender closing in on him. He does not hesitate to go right up, uses the glass. Gets the 2, and with 2 seconds, 2.2 seconds to be exact on the clock, has a chance here for a 3-point play.
Torrey taking his time. Free throw up on the way in. Good for Notorious Grooms. So Torrey 5 here in the opening quarter. And now Crosby coming back. Shot from mid-court.
Wow.
Put it off the
That was
glass.
close.
Yes, it was close, but didn't drop. So we played a quarter of basketball. Uniontown 19, Franklin Regional 12. We're back with the second and 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Happy New Year from Thurby's Riverside Ford. New year, new deals, and new Ford vehicles.
Just announced new 2024 Ford Bronco Sport starting at just $29,795. Plus, you get $750 in retail customer cash.
All new 2024 Ford Escape comes with $2,500 in Ford incentives plus $1,500 in trade assist. That's $4,000 in Ford factory incentives.
It may be cold outside, but the deals are hot.
The best-selling truck on the planet for 48 years. The all-new 2024 Ford F-150 STX and XLT come with 3.9% Ford credit financing for 60 months plus $1,000 in trade assist.
All new 2024 Ford Super Duty XLT comes with 3.9% Ford credit financing for 60 months or $2,000 in Ford factory rebates.
Stop in and see Joey, Sammy, Jimmy, or Ashley at Thurby's Riverside Ford, 1 mile past the casino at Nemacolin. Offer ends January 31st, 2025.
Brian Morozak back here at Franklin Regional High School with Josh Scully, Billy Dice behind the camera, Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Appreciate you joining us for high school basketball action. The Uniontown Red Raiders and the Franklin Regional Panthers as the second quarter gets underway. Franklin Regional working left to right as we describe it, as Logan Walter will bring it back across. Set it off on the far wing there to Crosby. Back on the inside to Dylan Carr. Try to roll it back there to Weber Rankin, who just checked into the game. He lost the handle out of bounds, and Uniontown will get it back.
Weber Rankin is the 5'9" sophomore guard, averages a couple points per game. That one just got away from him off his leg.
And Notorious Grooms will come back across here for Uniontown. And the scoring column for the Red Raiders in that opening quarter, Isaac Ellsworth leading the way with 6, draining 2 threes. As Kellen Milsom looking for operating room, just pull it back between the circles there to Calvin. Watched there by Weber Rankin. Into the corner again to Notorious Grooms. Right of the lane now to Milsom. Little turn. Back near side to Ellsworth. Up top, Milsom long 2. Good. Kellen Milsom now with 6. And the Red Raiders lead up to 9 at 21-12. 7:15 left before halftime.
Great possession there by Milsom. Several different places on the floor, distributing, finally gets open for the shot, knocks it down.
Connor Crosby leading the way now with 10 for Franklin Regional after he rattles home that 3, his second made 3. And the Panthers back to within 6 of Uniontown at 21-15 as we go under 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. Ellsworth trying to answer back. This is on a 3 from the far side. Crosby another rebound there for Franklin Regional. Crosby back across, right down Main Street, scooped it up, shot wouldn't drop. Milson another rebound there for Uniontown. Off to Kiefer, pulls it out far wing. Torrey up top again to Ellsworth. Little ball fake, comes inside, kicks back in the corner. Winfrey for 3. Came up short off the side of the rim. And Weber Rankin another rebound there for Franklin Regional. Weber trying to go coast to coast. Got a little bit too deep. Resets up top. Crosby quick 3, good. Connor Crosby, he's tough, Josh.
He really is.
3 made threes.
He does it everywhere too, Brian. We've seen him work it inside very hard, right underneath the bucket. There he gets it way outside, knocks that one down.
That 3 is Franklin Regional back to within 3, down 21-18, and the Red Raiders a miss down low. Panthers have the numbers coming back, but out of control there. Good heads-up play from Calvin Winfrey. Try to throw it off of Weber Rankin, but they ruled Calvin out of bounds before throwing it off of Weber. So it remains Franklin Regional basketball here in the Uniontown zone.
And that was a very close play right up against the baseline. Winfrey nearly able to pull it off. Very quick hands.
And now sending it in there is Logan Walter back on the near wing. Another 3 ball from Weber Rankin, no good. Rebound deflected around, and you had Dylan Carr there, and a foul called going here on Uniontown.
We'll see who they get, Brian. Hopefully, no way Milsom involved in any of that.
Uniontown foul on number 2, Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin, his first team foul of the second quarter on Uniontown. And the Panthers trying to bounce it in, went off the foot of Notorious Grooms. So we'll stay with Franklin Regional here in the Uniontown zone. 6:03 left before halftime. Red Raiders lead the Panthers 21-18. Now Franklin Regional trying to reload again. Logan Walter to send it in. Bounces out in front. Pretty little cut, but unable to finish there. Weber Rankin and Notorious Grooms the rebound for Uniontown. Torrey back across on the far side. Spinning back through center. Fronted there by Walter. Now a foul called here on the floor against Franklin Regional. And they'll get Walter there on the foul.
Logan Walter, his first and team's
His first team foul in the Panthers here in the second quarter.
Panthers have played a very clean game so far.
Things have settled down a little bit here in the second quarter as the Panthers back to within 3 of Uniontown. And Milsom a little ball fake, turn and shoot far baseline, good. Kellen Milsom having a nice game so far with 8. And the Red Raiders back up 5 now at 23-18, 5:34 left before halftime. Johnston on the near boundary, now coming inside, leaning and missing, got his own rebound back, floated back up, another miss, and who else? Kellen Milsom, another rebound for Uniontown. Sent it off to Calvin Winfrey, a little juggle now, able to regain. Now Calvin in the lane, floating it up and in.
Great job there by Calvin Winfrey. Excellent work staying with the ball the whole way there.
Got a friendly bounce off the back iron and in. Red Raiders back up 7 now, 25-18. They force a strip down low there on Weber Rankin. So Uniontown get the basketball back, leading by 7, 5:09 left before halftime.
We'll see if the Panthers can't find another means of scoring outside of Connor Crossy, who's off to an excellent start here this game. He's responsible for all of their scoring here in the second quarter. Really, he's nearly responsible for all of their scoring, period, away from the foul line.
Inside, Ellsworth down to Winfrey. Another turn and shoot, good for Calvin Winfrey. He's starting to heat up. 4 in the second, 6 for the game. The Red Raiders just like that, up 9 now, 27-18. 4:54 left before halftime.
Good job by Uniontown sort of holding off the return there. Good start there by Franklin Regional for this quarter. Uniontown's answered right back.
Logan Walter going back to work, another miss, and Isaac Ellsworth. The rebound there again for Uniontown. Red Raiders up 9 with the basketball, 4:40 left before halftime. Ellsworth over to Grooms, fronted here by Walter. Notorious no-look flip back over to Milsom. Milsom on the inside, leaning and getting fouled. Shot attempt no good. That personal will go on Jonah Johnston.
Great take there by Milsom, and I know you've mentioned it too, Brian. Milsom, he's just all over the floor. He does a little bit of everything for him offensively. It's hard to imagine the Red Raider offense being as smooth as it is without him. He does a lot of behind-the-scenes work, doesn't always get his name said on the airwaves, maybe never as much in ink as some of the other guys, but boy, he does a great job.
Missed the first of 2 free throws there. Milsom came in 71% for the season from the free throw line. A little line change now here for Franklin Regional. I think subbing everybody there but Crosby as they try to mix things up. Penn Trafford and Laurel Highlands tight early on. Warriors a 15-13 second quarter lead over the Mustangs. Now Milsom second of 2 free throws. This one up on the way and no good. So rare to see Kellen miss both free throws for Uniontown. Panthers pick up the rebound, but they're still down 9 at 27-18 with 4:22 left before halftime.
Plenty of time for the Panthers to get their way back into this one.
Crosby down to DeVola, resetting up top, calling Holt for 3. Missed there at the front of the rim. Ellsworth skying for the rebound there for Uniontown. Off to Winfrey and across. Hard pass down low, pulled in by Grooms. Back into the corner again to Calvin Winfrey. Calvin out in front, tough shot, got it to go. So Calvin Winfrey, 6 here in the second, 8 for the game. Uniontown up 11 at 29-18 as we go under 4 minutes left here in the second quarter.
It's just incredible, Brian, to watch Calvin Winfrey attack the basket. He's got the ball down here in the corner, able to get himself back in the position in the lane he wants, and then have the angle he wants to the basket for the made bucket. Really impressive work.
DeVola over to Mitchell, just holds, try to feed back up top for Crosby, intercepted by Calvin Winfrey, who tried to lay it up coming back and just missed it there out the front of the rim.
Just did not quite have enough on that. I thought, Brian, almost for a second, he looked like he wanted to dunk.
I thought so too. I thought he initially had dunk in his mind, and maybe that little hesitation forced the layup miss nonetheless. Panthers with the basketball back down 11, 3:22 left before halftime.
Franklin Regional just needs to start to chip away at this a little bit, give themselves some momentum going into halftime. Still plenty of time. We're going to have a timeout.
And we'll take it as well. 3:14 left before halftime, 29-18. Uniontown, we're back at 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Peachin Pharmacy has moved to the lower level of the Health First Medical Center building on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville and is now Farmana Pharmacy. Farmana Pharmacy offers free prescription delivery to Uniontown, Connellsville, and all over the area 5 days a week. When you call Farmana Pharmacy, you'll never talk to machines. You'll have real friendly people ready to help you. Phone 724-626-9600 for the new Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peachin Pharmacy, now located at the Health First Medical Building on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville near the Fayette County Fairgrounds.
Crosby missing a 3 for Franklin Regional as we come back. Uniontown leading at 29-18 coming out of a timeout. Under 3 minutes left here in the second quarter, and there's Notorious Grooms, long two from the near side, no good. Rebound pulled down there by Jack Spagnol for Franklin Regional. Good feed down to Davola for a quick two. Second field goal of the game for Davola. He has 4, Josh, and Franklin Regional back to within 9.
And the Panthers really needed that. They had gone through a bit of a dry spell. He did a nice job finishing that play and getting the 2 points.
And Milsom back on the other side, missing a long two there for Uniontown, and Franklin Regional the rebound. And Davola will reset back up top. Again, 2:25 left before halftime. Uniontown 29, Franklin Regional 20. On the outside there again is Anthony Mitchell. Near side to Davola. Watched there by Milsom. Davola trying to back his way in now.
Really like the way they're using Davola here as a distributor, also as a screener. Really good use of the body. And he's going to set himself up again at high post as he has so often here in this game.
Back to Anthony Mitchell. Down to Davola. Panthers taking a little time on this possession. Now Davola able to float it up and in. Davola 4 here in the second, 6 for the game. 29-22. The Uniontown lead at 7. 1:45 left before halftime.
Great body work by Drew Davola, the 6'1 senior.
And there's Grooms, a deep three, and he rattles that one in. So Notorious Grooms with 8. Uniontown back up 10 at 32-22 with 90 seconds left here before halftime.
Big answer there for the Red Raiders, that's for sure.
Davola again from the near elbow. Back up top now to Crosby. Flips it off on the right side to Mitchell, who drains the 3. First points of the game for Mitchell come from outside the 3-point arc. 32-25, Uniontown by 7. 1:10 left before halftime.
Got himself in the scorebook in pretty dramatic fashion. There almost looked like Ellsworth. Here's Ellsworth coming right back, wanted to answer that.
Yep, in the corners, 3 rattled out, but Uniontown the offensive rebound, keeping it alive. Torrey back underneath, over to Milsom, got 2 deep, resets now to Ellsworth. Ellsworth high on the right, little hop step from the far wing and in, pretty move, but he couldn't finish there. And Davola the rebound for Franklin Regional. Outlet pass forward to Jack Spagnol, and Spagnol having it blocked away. And Winfrey able to come out with the pack with it there for Uniontown. Final 40 seconds of the second quarter, Winfrey coming back, getting fouled.
I think they're going to have Davola there, Brian.
And for Davola, that'll be his first personal foul.
His first, the team's third.
Send Calvin Winfrey back to the free throw line. Winfrey 6 here in the second, 8 for the game. First of 2 free throws up on the way in, good for Calvin.
That one was just about perfect.
Red Raider lead now up to 8. And Uniontown looking to finish out the first half of the section season tonight with a perfect 7-0 conference record. And Calvin making both free throws there will help the cause. Uniontown back up 9 at 34-25. 34 seconds left before halftime.
Franklin Regional may be an opportunity or two here to enjoy another possession before half. They may look to just save for the last shot right now.
Hold over to Mitchell here on the near wing into Davola. Got around Milsom, but he couldn't finish down low. And Winfrey, a nice little poke back over to Kellen Milsom. Ahead to Notorious Grooms. 3 from the near wing with 15 seconds left in the quarter, no good. Winfrey going for the save. They're going to rule him out of bounds.
Great job there by Milsom against Davola on that previous possession for the Panthers. Milsom just held that right spot. Didn't foul. Davola lost track of where he was, and I think that helped throw the shot off.
There's Jack Spagnol sending it forward there to Mitchell, down to 7 seconds left in the quarter. Mitchell on the far side, switching back there with Spagnol. Touch from Crosby, back to Spagnol, the block from Ellsworth to end the opening quarter. So we've played 16 minutes here at Franklin Regional High School with the Red Raiders, a 34-25 lead over the Panthers. Stay tuned for our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. Comes your way next year on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Put it best in Fayette for auto body repair. Family owned and operated for 61 years, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly, waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. To bring your vehicle over to Silva, call 724-437-2351. Now, Ted Silva proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check out their website at targetsafetysolutionsllc.com. Ted Silver, proud to support local high school sports.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing head coach Rob Kesmarski and the Uniontown boys basketball team a great season. Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer litigated approximately 300 civil and criminal trials, some of which aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. Having an engineering degree, master's in business administration, and law degree qualifies him to go toe-to-toe with anyone. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field and Marcellus gas negotiations, and family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer, 724-425-1162, or email TommySchaefer@hotmail.com.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services, located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, is here for your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. They offer new PA and Maryland plates and West Virginia title applications. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays 10 to 8:30, Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Brian Morozak and Josh Scully back here at Franklin Regional High School. Uniontown leading the Franklin Regional Panthers 34-25 here at halftime. We got our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. Josh, is your halftime stats are being brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. I know, Josh, a lot of folks watching online missed about the final minute of that second quarter. They miss anything big?
I'll tell you what, Brian, there was really an opportunity there for Franklin Regional to sort of will their way back into this. That second quarter was so feast or famine for them. They came out red hot, chipped into the Red Raiders lead. The Red Raiders had gone in with a 7-point lead beginning with the second quarter, and of course Franklin Regional had that down to just 2 or 3 points, I believe, pretty quickly. And then after that, unfortunately for the Panthers, they went through a very long dry spell. Talking about these stats at halftime, we'll actually begin with the Franklin Regional Panthers. Most of that offense, most of these 25 points coming from Connor Crossy, who was good for 7 points in the first quarter, 6 points in the second quarter, including 2 big made threes to give him a total of 13. Also for the Panthers, Drew DeVola, 6 points. We've got 3 points all from the foul line for Jonah Johnston and a made 3 for Anthony Mitchell. The Franklin Regional Panthers, as a team, did enjoy 4 made threes in that first half. They were also 3 of 4 from the foul line, all foul shots being taken by Jonah Johnston. They scored 12 points in the first quarter, 13 points in the second quarter for a total of 25. The Uniontown Red Raiders have really shared the wealth. They scored 19 in the first, 15 in the second, leading the Uniontown Red Raiders right now. Calvin Winfrey, who was perfect from the foul line, 2 of 2 in the first half for a total of 10 points. Kellen Milsom has 8 points for the Red Raiders, as does Notorious Grooms. Grooms also a good made foul shot there in the first half. 6 points from Isaac Ellsworth, all outside the 3-point arc, and 2 points for Aiden Kiefer. Of course, that coming very early in the game for Aiden. Good work inside, though, by him so far in this contest. Notorious Grooms also a made 3 for Uniontown, a total of 34 points for the Uniontown Red Raiders, 25, Brian, for the Franklin Regional Panthers.
And back in town tonight, 31-19, Penn Trafford leading Laurel Highlands. Again here at Franklin Regional High School, at Uniontown 34, Franklin Regional 25. Second half comes your way next here on WPIAL, Triple Live High School Sports Network and Facebook Live.
Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service is your local, fully insured, expert tree removal and advanced tree trimming service based right in Uniontown. Brothers Jared and Justin Gibson and their team bring more than 2 decades combined experience to stump and tree removal, but also provide general clearing services and some landscaping services too. So whatever your outdoor needs are, Two Brothers is ready to help you today with customizable plans and a commitment to getting the job done right. Call them today, 724-415-9183.
Can you go these days and have your gas pump for you, oil checked and windshield cleaned? Joe B's Golf, that's where. Joe B's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Basin Boulevard. Joe B's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station that has been serving the Uniontown area for 50 years. Joe B's Golf offers lockout services, a fenced-in storage lot, and it's a AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
Hi, it's attorney Rob Harper from Radcliffe Martin Law. As some of you may know, I served as a public defender for 3 years and an assistant district attorney for 7 years right here in Fayette County. I'm now using that experience to represent people accused of crimes. So if you find yourself in that unfortunate situation and need someone who knows how things are done on both sides of the courtroom, give me a call and see if we can put my expertise to work for you. Radcliffe Martin Law, 724-439-3939.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Casey Sports Cafe, located at 243 southbound Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned and operated by the Vernon family, has new winter hours. Casey's will be open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4, Saturday and Sunday from 7 to 3. Come to Casey's for great new menu items, including soup and sandwiches and dinner entrees. Casey's can also help you cater your next event. For more information, phone 724-550-4126. Casey's would also like to thank everyone who voted them best in Fayette for best all-around restaurant, breakfast and value eats, and runner-up for diner and lunch spot.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Doctors Jonathan Krisner, Jennifer Hard, Jocelyn Belitsky, and Dr. Kareem Shahama, offers a full range of dental services. Same-day crowns are a convenient solution for those needing immediate care, and one of the many services they offer. Whether you need clear aligners to discreetly straighten teeth, a permanent fix for missing teeth with implants or restorative options, they have you covered. Visit them at 7829 National Pike or phone 724-438-0241 to schedule your appointment. Experience top quality care with a personal touch. Uniontown Dental Associates, where your smile is their priority.
Back here at Franklin Regional High School, third quarter underway. Uniontown working left to right as we describe it. Notorious Grooms handing off Aiden Kiefer, and Kiefer a miss down low. Ball deflected out of bounds. Will stay with Uniontown here in the Franklin Regional zone. So Uniontown leading Franklin Regional 34-25. Apologize to some of the folks on the video side might have lost us there in the late stages of the second quarter. Uniontown leading by 9. Connor Crosby's been the leading scorer for Franklin Regional with 13. The Red Raiders led by Calvin Winfrey with 10. But Kellen Milsom's had a nice first half as well with 8. Isaac Ellsworth made a couple of threes.
Ellsworth has done a phenomenal job, especially when Aiden Kiefer's not in the game. Aiden Kiefer's 6'6". When he's not inside, busting bodies around. Everybody on this Uniontown team has to help on the boards. And Isaac Ellsworth, the outside shooter, did a beautiful job at that in the first half.
And there's Torrey Grooms, missed on the first shot attempt, but got it back and able to lay it back up and in. So Torrey now with 10. Red Raiders back up 11 at 36-25 with 7:25 left here in the third.
Panthers want to make this quarter their own if they're going to make a run here back into this game.
Davola handing off down low and repositioning, getting the 2 to go. Jonah Johnston. Johnston's first field goal of the game, made 3 free throws back in the opening quarter and has the Panthers back to within 9 of Uniontown at 36-27.
He's not as shy about making some contact as he just did here and gets the ball away from Kiefer.
But Milsom able to stay with it there for Uniontown. He drives and misses. Jump ball called off the rebound, and it'll be Franklin Regional basketball here off the possession arrow.
Right now, if you're Franklin Regional, you started that second quarter so very hot. You really want to see that again, and you need to sustain it this time. No more long stretches without scoring for the Panthers if you're going to make this a game.
And Anthony Mitchell will bring it back across here for Franklin Regional. Bounce it off on the near side here to Crosby, up top to Davola. Davola working off to his left, was fronted there by Kiefer. Switches back with Mitchell at the foul line, and now Crosby again. Red Raiders switch, had Winfrey on Crosby as Franklin Regional sends it down to Davola, who missed there out in front.
Good job there by Kiefer staying with him. Kiefer has a 5-inch height advantage, used it.
And there's Grooms driving back, another quick 2. So Torrey, 4 here in the third, 12 for the game. Uniontown back up 11 at 38-27 with 6:25 left here in the third.
Notorious Grooms, great start here. All the scoring so far for Uniontown off of his hands.
Spagnol, near side, Crosby, high arcing 3, rattling out. Kiefer, another rebound there for Uniontown. He's given the Red Raiders good minutes tonight.
Yes, he has. Very good.
Off to Winfrey, scooped it up, shot wouldn't drop. Kiefer going for the rebound. And what are we going to get here? Jump ball called. Uniontown this time off the arrow.
Kiefer again getting pretty good positioning there. I think he really saved himself by keeping his hands straight up in the air, so he didn't have to worry about that over-the-back call. Really good work done.
Notorious to send it in right to the basket in the Franklin Regional zone. Off on the far wing to Milsom. Milsom spinning his way in, got tripped up and fouled. I think they're going to get Johnston there on the foul. The Panther fans not liking the call.
That's going to be the second on Johnston tonight.
Panther foul called on number 1, Jonah Johnston.
They got to rule that non-shooting. So Torrey Grooms will send it in here right to the basket in the Franklin Regional zone. And Torrey sending it in high on the left there to Calvin Winfrey. Calvin, deep 3 on the way and good. Calvin Winfrey, 13 now for Winfrey. That's his 19th made 3 of the season. The Red Raiders extend the lead now. Josh up to 14, comfortable margin for Uniontown.
Beautiful shot by Calvin. Did a really nice job and really did not face a whole lot of contention there either, Brian. No one stepped out on him, so he took his time.
Davola, the big guy for 3, missing there for Franklin Regional, and Calvin skying there for another rebound for Uniontown. Winfrey coming back. Good defense there from Davola, and Calvin just lost it out of bounds in the Franklin Regional basketball.
Good break there for the Panthers, who really want to find another answer here. So far, this second half has not favored them. They're actually trailing by 5 points already in this half alone. That's not the kind of game here they want to play in the third quarter.
You look at Connor Crosby, 13 at halftime. He's yet to score here in the third quarter.
They really want to get him going. Really, Brian, he has not been a significant factor since the early minutes of the second quarter.
Crosby down to Davola here. Davola just dribbling off his foot and out of bounds. And again, good defense there from Aiden Kiefer on the Uniontown side.
And I think Davola believed that ball was knocked away from him. He wants to have a few words here with the official, and they're going to win.
About, wow.
Sign him up for discussion and debate, Brian, here at Franklin Regional. He convinced the official to overturn his call.
And Uniontown kind of a little side-eye down there, laughing at the officials, and that was changed about maybe 10, 15 seconds after the initial call. Panthers will take, and they need it right now, down 14 with 5:18 left here in the third.
Well, Brian, when I said Davola does it a lot, does it all for this offense, truly, he really does.
Even talking the officials into a call going his way. Anthony Mitchell now holding watch there by Ellsworth. See if they can take advantage as we approach the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Panthers down 14. Davola with the ball in his hands right now up top. Sending it off down to Mitchell Stonecheck. A little loose there. Stonecheck able to regain. Sent off on the far side. Mitchell for 3 and missed. Davola offensive rebound. Had it taken away by Kellen Milsom. Milsom racing back for Uniontown. Off on the near wing to Torrey Grooms. Coming near baseline. Long 2. Rattling out. Kiefer going for the rebound. Trying to tip it back. But it's Mitchell with the control there for Franklin Regional. Mitchell coming forward.
Good cutoff there by Kiefer.
Down to Davola. And Davola's going to draw the foul out in front. I think they'll get Kiefer on the foul.
Foul on number 3, Aiden Kiefer.
Well, Kiefer's doing a really nice job keeping up with Davola because Davola's not making it easy. He is playing the role of their big man. You know, he's 6'1", Kiefer's 6'6", but they're using Davola everywhere, and Kiefer is constantly being tasked with deciding how far out he needs to step out on Davola, who we have seen take a three this quarter.
Yes, Davola showing some range, missed his first of 2 free throws. And even though Kiefer has the height advantage over Davola a bigger body down there.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit wider than Kiefer for sure. Davola now, second of 2 free throws here for the Panthers up on the way, and this one is good for Drew Davola. So 7 for Davola. 41-28 now. Uniontown leading the Panthers, 13-point lead with 4:27 left here in the third. Grooms into the corner to Ellsworth, high arcing three, good for Isaac Ellsworth. His third made 3 of the game, has 9 points, all from outside the 3-point arc. And Uniontown back up 16 now at 44-28, starting to pull away.
Well, Brian, you know, it's death taxes and Ellsworth hitting something way outside.
Davola blocked there by Milsom. It'll stay Franklin Regional basketball here in the Uniontown zone.
Uniontown really with a chance to, quite frankly, close the door on this team here if they finish the quarter strong.
Off the inbounds pass, a little touch up and in there for Jonah Johnston. Johnston 4 here in the third, 7 for the game. Panthers back to within 14 of Uniontown at 44-30 as we go under 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Up top again, Notorious Grooms, far side Calvin Winfrey. Calvin on the inside, trying to reposition and gets another 2 to go. So the continuation granted for Calvin Winfrey. He has 15, Uniontown up 16 and 46-30.
And seeing that the way I'm sure the officials did, Calvin did a really good job of not betraying his pivot foot. He played hard one way, came back, made sure he really used some tremendous balance there.
He sold it well, and on the other side, Crosby missing on a 3, and Mitchell offensive rebound, keeping it alive. Good bounce pass off to his right, cutting and scoring. Jonah Johnston again. Johnston 6 here in the third, 9 for the game. Panthers trying to hang around. They're down 14 at 46-32 with 3:15 left here in the third.
And they really have Johnston to thank for that because he has been a force inside. Great reception on that inbound pass. Good take here. Off the quick pass, 6 points so far in the third quarter.
Dugan playing catch there with Ellsworth back in the corner again. The Notorious Grooms up to Ellsworth, faked on the long 3, now comes inside, hands off Winfrey near block, ring it up again, Calvin Winfrey, 7 here in the third, 17 for the game. Uniontown up 16, they force another turnover, back in the corner, Grooms for 3, came up a little bit short there, and Crosby the rebound that time for Franklin Regional, outlet pass coming down to Johnston with a quick finish. Johnston having a nice quarter.
I'm running out of space on the stat sheet for him, Brian.
Yes, has 8 here in the third, 11 for the game. 48-34 Uniontown, 2:34 left here in the third.
The Red Raiders
resetting again.
May even want to slow it down a little bit here and keep the ball away from Johnston.
Winfrey trying to spin back, lost it, able to regain, resets in the corner. Bounces over now to Notorious Grooms, working left of the lane there on Davola. Did he step on the baseline? Yes, he did. Play Franklin Regional basketball.
Good defense there by the Panthers, who, like you said, Brian, that was... You couldn't have said it better. They're trying to hang around right now. You really don't want to go into the fourth quarter down 14. You need to get this maybe back to 9. Give yourself something to work with.
They'll work out of their own zone here. Again, working right to left with 2:14 left in the third. It's been a quick moving game tonight at Franklin Regional High School here in Murraysville. Brian Morozak along with Josh Scully. Billy Dice behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis attorneys at law studios, and a foul called here on the floor against Uniontown.
Franklin Regional must not have the 2-hour delay yet.
No,
they're trying to get home and get to bed.
They only had one timeout called in the game as well. Uniontown still with their full complement of 5 remaining, just that one taken by Franklin Regional. There's Crosby in the corner, back to Johnston, coming far wing and in. He kind of had it stuck on his shoulder. They didn't call it travel, and Johnston got the shot to go. Johnston now 10 here in the third, 13 for the game. 48-36, Panthers down 12, 150 left here in the third.
He has scored more this quarter, Brian, than he averages for a game this season.
If they can get Crosby going, look out here late. And Ellsworth fouled there on the outside. Will be on the floor against Weber Rankin.
I actually thought for a moment there in the last Johnston basket, they might have a held ball. It looked like the ball, as you had said, was pinned against his shoulder. They didn't blow a whistle. He just kept playing.
I thought he might get called for a travel as well, the way that ball was sitting on his shoulder. And Milsom here off the inbounds pass, jumper from the foul line, no good. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Dugan finds it there, pulls it out over to Grooms, back inside. Milsom, great feed down to Winfrey, and Winfrey repositions for another 2. He has 9 here in the third, 19 for the game. Uniontown back up 14 at 50-36.
Really great game for Calvin. Shows off what he can do offensively from working inside. He had the big made 3 earlier as well this quarter. really playing a nice game offensively.
New body into the game for Franklin Regional. Thomas Bridges has it right now on the near wing. A reset back up top to Johnston. Johnston fires a pass down to Mitchell, pulls it down in the lane, and will scoop up there. No good, Weber Rankin, but he was fouled, and he'll have 2 free throws upcoming.
And we'll see who they get here, Brian. No one in serious foul trouble yet. That's going to be on Notorious Grooms. He's the first man with 3.
Third team foul of the quarter, and Weber Rankin, who's yet to score in this game, only averages 2 points a game. 5'9" sophomore will shoot 2 here for the Panthers. First of 2 up on the way and good. First point of the game for Rankin off the Franklin Regional bench has the Panthers back to within 13.
And Brian, you described this team well at the beginning of the game. This is a Panthers team that is very young. Quite a few sophomores playing important minutes. Mr. Rankin here, one of them. He gets both foul shots.
Lead down to 12, 50-38 as we go under a minute left here in the third quarter. Calvin Winfrey touching it off there to Notorious Grooms. Torrey coming far winging in, floater out in front, good. Notorious Grooms 6 here in the third, 14 for the game, 52-38 Uniontown. 48 seconds left here in the third.
Well, thankfully so far for Uniontown, every time the Panthers this quarter look to try to put something together, the Red Raiders have answered just as quickly.
Yeah, those answers certainly have helped, and out in front, a rare miss there from Johnston. Good defense from Ellsworth. And the Red Raiders have been out of control coming back there. Intercepted by Mitchell. Bounces off to his left to Johnston. He'll get the basket and 1, and that foul's going to go on Kellen Milsom, his third.
He was that angry, Brian, that he missed that last shot.
Yes.
I had a feeling as soon as that turnover was committed by Uniontown, oh my, it's going to come right back to him.
And Johnston now cuts the Uniontown lead back down to 12 at 52-40. 28 seconds left here in the third. Panthers won't go away completely yet tonight. And now Johnson trying to cut it to 11.
What a quarter he's played.
A free throw good again for Jonah Johnston. 13 here in the third for Johnston, 16 for the game. 52-41 Uniontown. 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Calvin Winfrey just holds here high on the left. Red Raiders will hold for the last shot. Calvin taking his time, down to 13 seconds left in the quarter.
Right now, Connor Crossy, okay, just watching.
Back into the corner to Ellsworth. Ellsworth left of the lane, 5 seconds left. Over to Notorious Grooms, and he'll get fouled on the jumper with 3.8 left. Shot wouldn't drop, but he'll have 2 free throws here for Uniontown.
It looks like they're going to get Weber Rankin.
And Tony and I talked about this a little bit on Friday as well. We're surprised Notorious's free throw percentage numbers aren't a little bit higher. Great shooter from the field, just 51% so far this season. Has made his lone attempt so far tonight, and will hit his first of 2 here.
I think for him, Brian, especially given the role he's taken on this year as somebody who has dropped a lot of beautiful passes in and helped this offense.
Makes both free throws. So we kind of put the little reverse eye jazz on that
Yes,
time.
That's okay. I think he is just going to take his time more at the foul line. He's not rushing. He's taking a few dribbles, sizing everything up, and both of those shots were perfect.
And a quick foul there on Cam Dugan, just his first. Look at the overall stat line for Grooms. Averages 17 points, over 7 rebounds a game, over 6 assists per game, and 4 steals a game. That's a pretty good stat line.
Oh, yeah. He plays a complete game.
And now back on the other side, that was a 5th Uniontown team foul of the quarter. And 2 free throws here for Connor Crosby. Makes the first of 2. That's Crosby's first point of the second half. Now it's 14 for the game.
Notorious's game is a big part of the reason why Uniontown can get away without having Aiden Kiefer on the floor all the time.
Crosby misses the second, and Dugan from three-quarter court coming back as time expires. Shot attempt no good, but Uniontown with a 12-point lead. Headed to the fourth. It's Uniontown 54, Franklin Regional 42. We're back with a 4th and 60 here on the C.R. Brownout Group High School Sports Night.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
This is Dr. Alyssa Lorenz of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Common issues like difficulty with swallowing, frequent heartburn, recurrent abdominal pain, bowel habit problems, and rectal bleeding are often easily diagnosed and treated. Dr. Calabrese, Stokes, Hoppy, and I are local gastroenterologists that are here to help. For more information, call our Uniontown office at 724-437-7677.
Brian Rozak and Josh Scully back here at Franklin Regional High School. Uniontown leading the Panthers 54-42 as we start the fourth quarter. The music's been pretty good here tonight as well, Josh.
Yeah, it has, and I really enjoy their public address announcer.
Yes.
He is very, very passionate. I think that's always so cool to see.
Kind of reminds me of you back at Bill Power Stadium doing Uniontown football.
Well, thank you, Brian.
Yes. He'll love to hear you call the Red Raiders on Friday nights in the fall. There's a little strip Dugan there on Weber Rankin. Is that one deflected out of play? We'll stay with the Panthers here in the Uniontown zone.
Uniontown leading this game by 12 points, Brian, but really there hasn't been a quarter where Uniontown has poured it on, so to speak.
No.
It's
been a pretty balanced game.
Yeah.
And there's an open look, and taking it and making it there is Weber Rankin. Rankin with 4, made 2 free throws earlier. That's his first field goal of the game, and the Uniontown lead now down to 10 again at 54-44. Now Torrey Groom's going to work. He'll drive, score, and draw the foul. So there you go. Torrey with 18 can add another one here at the free throw line. The Uniontown lead back up to 12.
We'll see who they get on the foul call. It looks like it's going to be number 11.
Panther foul 11, Logan Walter.
Logan Walter.
Penn Trafford starting to pull away from Laurel Highlands, up 46-26 in the third quarter. Laurel Highlands playing tonight without Aiden Black. Picked up a concussion in that game against Uniontown on Friday as Grooms misses on his lone free throw attempt here, and a quick travel called off the rebound on Weber Rankin.
Groom still 3 for 4, as I have it, Brian, so far from the foul line, so not a bad performance so far from him.
Uniontown as a team, 64% so far this season, 150 of 233, and they have it back here. Pretty spin move, scooping it up and in, Calvin Winfrey. 21 for Calvin. Uniontown lead up to 14 now at 58-44. Panthers running the floor. A little pass off to the right there from Walter to Johnston. Got deflected out of play. We'll stay with Franklin Regional here in the Uniontown zone.
Great move there by Calvin to get that bucket. Really, really good control of the basketball.
Walter triggering in the Holt, repositions and gets a 2 to go. So Colin Holt, his first 2 of the game, working the baseline well there for Franklin Regional.
Holt bringing a little size to the proceedings too, 6'3".
58-46 Uniontown as we go under 7 minutes left here in the fourth. Milsom up top. Pulls back to Dugan, over to Milsom again. Spins on the inside, leans and misses. Fight for the loose ball rebound. Look at a jump ball called there. Good battle between Milsom and Holtz.
Really nice job there by Holt, because I thought for sure Milsom was going to come down with that. And Milsom's such a gifted rebounder. Such great work by him inside. Holt with him step for step.
Uniontown gets it here off the arrow. Milsom back into the corner. Notorious Grooms. Grooms back out on the wing, being watched by Holt. Uniontown, they can take a little time off the clock on each possession, and that was it deflected. Yes, it was. Would have been an over and back violation if it was not touched there, but Dugan the save. Back over to Notorious again, now being watched there by Jonah Johnson. Switches again with Calvin. Calvin a little pivot, turn and shoot up on the way, but short. Battle for the loose ball rebound, deflected out of bounds off of Calvin going out and back over to Franklin Regional.
That may have been a case, Brian, where Calvin was so open.
Yes.
When he turned around, he probably couldn't believe that he was going to be taking this wide open shot.
Kind of like that layup he had going the other way earlier.
Yes.
On the far elbow, jumper, stopping, popping, and making there, Logan Walter. First 2 of the game for Walter, and we're back down to a 10-point game again, Josh, at 58-48 with 6:07 left here in the fourth.
Well, I look at it this way, Brian. Uniontown has not dared go too deep on the bench tonight. I think that says a lot about their respect for this Panther team.
Here's Calvin again, right down Main Street with the finish. Calvin Winfrey, 4 here in the fourth, 23 for the game, and we have a timeout. 5:54 left here in the fourth. Uniontown by 12 up 60-48. We're back at 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Chris Parker Jr., it's a new year. Snow's coming down and prices keep going up.
Not here at Autoland. The new year is the time to get a new car and fantastic new incentives. Go in the snow and everywhere else too with a new 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe with over $5,000 off MSRP when you finance with HMF. Or a new 2025 all-wheel drive Tucson with 1.99% financing for qualified buyers.
Any other special offers?
Looking for a lease? The 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE is just $199 a month with approved credit. See us for details. Expecting an early tax return? Ask us about our deferred down payment program.
Don't forget, 3-year, 36,000 mile, free complimentary maintenance, includes free oil changes and tire rotation, plus America's Best warranty, Hyundai owner assurance, 5-year, 60,000 mile, bumper-to-bumper coverage, 10-year, 100,000 mile, powertrain limited warranty with every new Hyundai purchase. Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown, online at AutolandHyundai.com, or phone 724-437-9999.
And remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
As we come back, Weber Rankin drives back for Franklin Regional. He gets fouled. That Uniontown foul get posted on Cam Dugan, his second.
Dugan is second. Team's first. Weber Rankin.
First foul on Uniontown here in the fourth quarter.
playing some really valuable minutes off the bench for this team tonight.
Have 2 free throw attempts here. First of 2 good for Weber Rankin. Rankin 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Has scored 5 points all here in the second half. 60-49, Uniontown by 11. Second of 2 from Weber Rankin, spinning out. And the battle for the loose ball rebound. Johnston keeps it alive there for Franklin Regional. Back in the corner and a travel called there on the 3 ball from Rankin. He would have sent that in, Josh. It would have cut the Uniontown lead to 8.
Very close. Pretty good shot, too. Rankin just taking a few steps to sort of orient himself to the basket as he tracked down that basketball from Johnston. Could not quite get his feet set.
5:30 left here in the fourth. Winfrey leans and gets fouled there by Johnston. That'll be his third. Should be in the act to give Calvin 2 free throw attempts here for Uniontown. Calvin for the season, 64%, 49 of 77, 2 for 2 so far here tonight.
What a great season he's having.
Uniontown lead at 11. Winfrey misses the first of 2. Really, his first year as Uniontown's really leading scorer is more of a role player as far as point production in the past. There's always notorious Grooms getting the points, but this year Calvin's been pouring them in. Makes the second of 2 free throws, has 24 for the game, and the Uniontown lead back up to 12 at 61-49. Full timeout. Franklin Regional take it as well. 5:25 left in regulation. Uniontown 61, Franklin Regional 49. We're back at 60 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services, located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, is here for your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. They offer new PA and Maryland plates and West Virginia title applications. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays 10 to 8:30, Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Brian Rozak back with Josh Scully at Franklin Regional High School. 5:25 left here in the fourth. Uniontown 61, Franklin Regional 49. Panthers with the basketball, still trying to make a game of it here, Josh, in the final 5 minutes plus.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian. And some great music again during the timeout. The DJ here really working overtime tonight.
Yeah, Tony and I were actually joking yesterday. We did the Geibel girls game. We expected maybe some good music there, and we didn't really get it to at least our liking, but we're certainly getting it here tonight. And down low, a quick 2 for Jonah Johnston. Johnston with 18, and Franklin Regional back to within 10 at 61-51 as we go under 5 minutes left in regulation.
I was going to say, Brian, I bet the Geibel girls would probably disagree with you. And
I'm sure they like their music. It's just not the music I like. You're out of Penn State all the time. How many of the songs you recognize?
Oh, no. Well, yeah, I understand that for sure.
Here's Winfrey on the far wing. Handed off in the corner there to Milsom. Back to Calvin, left of the lane, putting it down, going back up again, over the shoulder, up and in, Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey 17 here in the fourth, 26 for the game. 7 here in the fourth, 26 for the game, and the Uniontown lead at 12 at 63-51. And a travel call there on Franklin Regional as Weber Rankin walking with the basketball in the far wing in the Uniontown zone.
I don't think head coach Jesse Reed for the Panthers liked that very much. He demonstrated, he took the basketball and gave a little demonstration there.
And Josh, we have to send out happy birthday wishes to our cameraman Billy Dice. His birthday's tomorrow.
Really?
Yes.
I can't believe that. I drove all the way down here with him, and he never mentioned one time tomorrow was his birthday.
Yes, tomorrow's Billy's birthday. So happy 42nd birthday to Billy Dice coming up tomorrow.
Well, now I really hope we have a snow day.
Yes. You'd really enjoy that. Calvin Winfrey high on the right here in the Franklin Regional Zone. Uniontown running some clock as we go under 4 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Winfrey fighting his way for positioning and getting another 2 to go. So Winfrey now 9 here in the fourth, 28 for the game. 65-51, Uniontown leading by 14 with 3:45 to play.
The Uniontown Red Raiders have had some really excellent inside takes here tonight. Some great use of the footwork. There's a good, beautiful shot the other way.
Walter again from the far elbow. Give him 4 for the game. Panthers back to within 12 at 65-53 with 3:28 left here in the fourth. Here's Grooms on the inside, driving and getting fouled.
Thought he was going to have that.
Let's see if they call this in the act. Should be.
Panther foul on number 11.
I would certainly think so.
And it will
looks
be.
like the players seem to think that as well.
Third on Walter.
2 shots coming to
Third team foul as well on Franklin Regional here in the fourth quarter. Notorious Grooms back to the free throw line. So you've had Winfrey now tonight with 28, Grooms with 18. If my numbers match yours, Josh.
I believe you're correct there, Brian, yeah.
They're wiping a little moisture off the courts. Calvin Winfrey assisting one of the officials down there. Of course, with all the snow outside, you probably have a lot of folks tracking some extra water into the gym tonight, even on the edges, and you get a ball that rolls out of bounds, makes the surface a little bit wet as Grooms drains the first of 2 free throws here.
I think Bill and I got some dirty looks when we walked in and didn't immediately start wiping our feet. Bill actually started wiping his feet outside. I came through and hadn't done it yet, and immediately some security guards wanted to see that happen.
Grooms makes the second of 2 free throws. They gave me the same looks when I was wheeling in the suitcase that probably had about 4 inches of snow on the wheels coming in too. 67-53, Uniontown 3:17 to play. Missed 3 there from Logan Walter. Uniontown the rebound, and Winfrey fouled in the backcourt by Johnston. That'll be his 4th.
Pretty clean game here tonight,
Yes.
Brian. That probably also attributed to, I'm sure, to the time. I mean, this
Yes.
game has barely been going on for an hour as far as the clock is concerned. Very few timeouts, very few fouls in the grand scheme of things.
Grooms double team. Uniontown leads by 14, but Torrey gets out of it. Into the Panthers zone. Hands off down low. Milsom repositions. Couldn't get the shot to drop. Franklin Regional with the rebound. Connor Crossy picking it up. Crossy across on the far side, driving the lane and getting fouled. So Crossy will have a pair of free throws upcoming for Franklin Regional with 2:56 left here in the 4th.
And it's a shame for the Panthers. They never really got him going, and that's probably a testament to the Red Raiders defense too, but you never really get him going here in the second half. He's back at the foul line. He picked up the 1 foul shot in the third quarter, Brian, but otherwise he's been pretty quiet.
And Crossy, 13 of his 14 coming in the first half. First of 2 free throws here, good to give him now 15 for the game. Jonah Johnston's led the way for Franklin Regional tonight with 18. Now you have Crossy with 15. Second of 2 free throws, good again for Crossy.
both free throws for Franklin.
So the lead back down to 12 at 67-55, and Cam Dugan getting fouled in the backcourt there by Logan Walter. That'll be Walter's 4th personal.
Now the Red Raiders will be shooting the rest of the way as well.
Yep. 15 foul, still a lot of basketball to play.
On number 11.
And you'll have Dugan shooting here for Uniontown. Dugan 8 of 13 so far this season, 62% from the free throw line.
And if Dugan gets one of these to drop down, Brian, I believe every Red Raider we've seen on the floor tonight would have scored at least a point.
Always good to see. Dugan, first of 2 free throws here, good. What's also interesting about this surface here, Josh, you notice where the free throw line's at. Now, to me, as a casual observer, I would have thought it would have been on the white. If you see where that second line goes,
yes. I've been
it's
doing
actually
that all
there by
night.
the blue.
I think as a shooter, that would be a little disorienting,
yes,
too.
especially if you're not used to the surface. Again, Uniontown playing here at Franklin Regional High School for the first time in almost 25 years. The last time Uniontown played Franklin Regional in December of 2000. Uniontown knocked off the Panthers in the championship game of the holiday tournament as the Panthers take a timeout here with 2:41 to play. 69-55 Uniontown. We're back in 60 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Brian Rozak and Josh Scully back here at Franklin Regional High School. Final 2:41 of the 4th quarter. Uniontown leading by 14. Back in town tonight. Penn Trafford a 66-40 lead over Laurel Highlands. They have 1:53 left in the 4th quarter, so they've had a quick game tonight as well.
Yes, they have. And truly, Brian, as we're looking at the score to this game, every single quarter in this basketball game has been very tight, very competitive. Uniontown has won each quarter to this point, though, by at least 2 points, as they're winning this quarter by 2.
And a missed three there from Colin Holt. Uniontown another rebound. They're going to add to it here as Kellen Milsom laying that one up and in for Milsom. He gets into double figures now with 10. The Uniontown lead at 16 at 71-55, 2:15 to play.
But Uniontown has done a good job just playing a complete basketball game. On the other hand, though, Brian, I would say the Panthers, considering their youth,
yes, they played well too. Yep. I thought they'd battle Uniontown, just giving the fact that they've been trending up a little bit, showing some good form over the last couple of weeks, and playing here at home. I thought they might give Uniontown a little bit of a battle, and they did. But the Red Raiders showing why they've been able to really wheel through the first half of the section season at 6-0 on their way to 7-0 tonight, leading by 16 as we go under 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. And Winfrey called for a little touch foul here on Logan Walter.
I have a feeling this Panthers team is going to cause some real trouble for some section opponents over the back half.
And by the way, if you folks wanting a more detailed recap of that Laurel Highlands game, if you're on the radio side, Tony and Gary will have a recap of their game right after our game wraps up, so stay tuned for that as well. A little spin shot on the way, no good there from Weber Rankin. And Uniontown another rebound from Calvin Winfrey with 1:45 to play, and Calvin foul there on the far side.
Calvin Winfrey going to take a few more foul shots tonight. He's 3 of 4 so
approaching
far.
the 30-point mark tonight. 28 already.
And
opportunity to add to it.
Climbing his way through the top scorers in Uniontown history of all time.
Of course, Notorious Groom second all time behind Terrence Vaughn's moved past into second place last week as Calvin knocks down this free throw. I have to think Calvin getting close to a career high now, 29. Depends Billy maybe during the next timeout. Misses on his second of 2 free throws here. Red Raiders, though, pick up another rebound. Here's Milsom pulling it back out over to Dugan here high on the right. 1:35 to play. Switching back with Ellsworth. Back to Milsom. Uniontown showing no real rush to shoot, but now Milsom a little turn and shoot out in front. They'll get the basket to go in 1, so Milsom now with 12 can make it 13 at the free throw line. Uniontown lead up to 19 now at 74-55, 1:26 to play.
Well, I think it's fair. If this ends up being a 20-point game, the Panthers can come out of this knowing they played a much stronger effort than that for certain.
Milsom now, free throw on the way and good. Milsom 5 here in the fourth, 13 for the game. And I think we might see both benches emptied out here with 1:26 to play, and the Uniontown lead at 20 at 75-55.
We're going to see Nolan Baker for Uniontown, the 5'11 sophomore guard, as well as Trevor Uphold, the 5'10 senior guard.
Dom Mascara in on the Franklin Regional side, along with Mitchell Stonecheck. Daniel Masiello also in as the ball goes out of bounds back over to Uniontown. And Drew's younger brother Cole also checking into the game, number 31.
Mitchell Stonecheck, the 5'9 senior for the Panthers, just losing control of that one on his drive.
And a timeout taken here on the Uniontown bench. 1:14 to play, 75-55 Uniontown, back at 60 on the C.R. Parana Group High School Sports Night.
Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township for our families and our future. Good luck to all our local teams. From South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
So 1:14 left here in regulation, 75-55. Uniontown leading Franklin Regional. Red Raiders will trigger it in. A lot of new faces in there. Trevor Uphold to send it in for Uniontown to the backcourt to Nolan Baker. Baker watched there by Daniel Masiello. Back on the near side again to Uphold. We approach the 1 minute mark of the fourth quarter. Uphold lost the handle, able to regain back in the corner there to Sheffy. And Sheffy losing the handle of that one out of bounds here on the near side over to Franklin Regional.
Good to see some minutes for some of these players from the Uniontown Red Raiders, including who we can probably suspect will be some future stars on this team.
They lose some seniors, including Notorious Grooms, Calvin Winfrey, Aiden Kiefer. Three of Uniontown's leading scorers coming in. And down low, a miss there from Brian Bogler on the Franklin Regional side. And Donovan Coffey for Uniontown called with a carry with 37 seconds to play. Lead still at 20. And the Red Raiders open up the second half of the section season coming up on Friday on the road at Albert Gallatin. We're on the air around 6:40 with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show on Friday. Also have coverage of McKeesport at Laurel Highlands. Three launch near side good for Daniel Masiello for Franklin Regional. His first points of the night come from outside the three-point arc and cut the Uniontown lead to 17.
Great shot there from Masiello, and I think he's going to pick up a foul on the other side.
Fouling Nolan Baker, so Baker an opportunity here at the free throw line. Baker is yet to attempt a free throw yet this season for Uniontown. He'll head to the line here. 16.8 left.
5'11" sophomore guard.
Baker, first of two free throws, no good. So with a win, Uniontown will improve to 12-3 overall, 7-0 in conference play. And it's going to be hard for the WPIAL playoff committee not to give them one of the top seeds, Josh, if they go 14-0 in the conference. But again, you still have to get through the second half of the section season as Baker misses both free throws.
And I'm sure it will be challenging. Everyone's seen you once. Everyone knows what you're going to bring to the table.
12 seconds left. Mitchell Stonecheck bringing it back across. Resetting there to Masiello and Uphold with a steal. They're going to rule him out of bounds. With 5.6 left.
Great hands there by Trevor Uphold to be able to seize that basketball. And they're going to say his right foot caught the sideline. He was going to take that one to the house. Otherwise, there was absolutely no one in his path.
Masiello sending it back in there to Coldevola. Back to Masiello with 2 seconds left. Will fire up top. Missed there off the front of the rim, and that'll do it. So your final score here tonight, Uniontown 75 and Franklin Regional 58. Stay tuned for our post-game show being brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peachin Pharmacy. Now in the Health First Medical Building, hour 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville. Comes your way next year on WMBS, the Triple M High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulesinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing head coach Rob Kesmarski and the Uniontown boys basketball team a great season. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Brian Morozak and Josh Scully back
Welcome
here.
Back to the Harold Horst Taylor Memorial Gymnasium, where the Penn Trafford Warriors were victorious over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, 66-44. The Mustangs kept it close early, Tony, finishing the first quarter 11-11, but then the familiar problem with maintaining possession of the ball and the turnovers kicked in, and the Mustangs had 13 turnovers in the first half and led to only 8 points in the second, and allowing the lead to stretch out to 31-19 at halftime, and Penn Trafford just kind of added on from there.
Yeah, actually, the Mustangs just really had a tough time with the defense by Penn Trafford. They were extremely aggressive. As you said, forced 13 turnovers in that first half, and really that was it. Whenever the
Hey, sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right, no problem.
Ready.
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, you're rolling.
Brian Morozak and Josh Scully back here at Franklin Regional High School, where the Uniontown Red Raiders have defeated the Franklin Regional Panthers 75-58. Again, our postgame show being brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peachton Pharmacy, down the Health First Medical Building on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville. Josh, is your final stats. They're brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County.
As Brian shared with you, the final score tonight, 75-58 in favor of the Uniontown Red Raiders. We're going to start with the Uniontown Red Raiders first. Calvin Winfrey, good for 29 points. He actually led all scorers in this contest. Notorious Grooms for Uniontown had 20. Kellen Milsom, 13. 9 points for Isaac Ellsworth, all of those beyond the arc. 2 points for Cam Dugan, both of those from the foul line. 2 points for Aiden Kiefer. Uniontown scored 19 in the first, 15 in the second, 20 in the third, 21 in the first. They were pretty strong throughout the course of the evening from the foul line. Not too bad either outside the arc. They did outscore the Franklin Regional Panthers in each quarter. Will improve to 12-3 overall, 7-0 in Section 1 5A. For the Panthers, leading Franklin Regional tonight was Jonah Johnston, who was the man of the hour here in quarter number 3. Incredible third quarter where he scored 13 points. In that quarter alone, he finished the evening with 18. Connor Crossy, good for 16 points. Of course, he averages a few more than that per game, so this was a bit of a slower evening for him, especially in the second half. We had tonight 5 points from Weber Rankin off the bench, 4 points for Logan Walter off the bench, 3 points for Anthony Mitchell on one good made 3, 3 points for Daniel Masiello on one good made 3, 2 points for Colin Holt, and 7 points from a very talented inside man, the 6'1 senior forward for the Franklin Regional Panthers, Drew DeVola. 12 points in the first, 13 in the second, 17 in the third, 16 in the fourth. They were outscored each quarter, Brian, but never more than 7 points, which happened in the very first frame. After that, it was pretty step for step with this Uniontown team.
Yeah, competitive game for sure, 75-58. Josh, you do like for our player of the game, brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott.
I think the player of the game tonight has to be Calvin Winfrey. His work really all across the court, offensive and defensively, superb tonight. What I really appreciated about his game, Brian, was the way he was working in the paint, working off of those blocks, his awareness on the floor as to where he was versus his defenders, and really a little fortune-telling on his part, too, because he was so often able to get them to overplay and open a wide-open shot for himself, sometimes so wide open, I think it surprised even him.
And as we speak right now, Billy Dice is going through the record book to try to find out if that's a career high for Calvin. I think he'll let us know tomorrow.
29 points, a pretty good night for anybody.
75-58, Uniontown over Franklin Regional. Back with a final word in just a moment here on WMBS. All right, Nick, here's segment 2 coming down. In 3, 2. Back one final time for Franklin Regional High School. Uniontown a 75-58 win over the Franklin Regional Panthers. Uniontown improving with the win, Josh, to 12-3 overall, 7-0 in conference play. The loss drops Franklin Regional 6-7 overall, 2-5 in the conference. The Red Raiders back in action on Friday on the road at Albert Gallatin, taking on the Colonials. For Franklin Regional, they're back in action here at home against Penn Trafford on Friday night.
Well, what I like about this win for the Uniontown Red Raiders tonight, Brian, it was a very complete game for them. However, now that you're going through the section the second time, you sort of become the marked team. You're the team everybody wants a piece of, even those teams that, for all intents and purposes, may be out of it. They would love to have their last big night of the season against you. Every senior, the rest of the way in this section, who may be thinking, hey, I don't have playoffs in my future, but I've got the Uniontown Red Raiders one more time, and I want to go have my last big game against them. I want to put my foot down and give them their first loss. That, I do think, could help tune this Uniontown team up. At the same time, you want to be fine-tuned for those playoffs. You're going to see some great competition in 5A outside of the section, and I think the Uniontown Red Raiders, Brian, this year, they are equal to the task.
Josh, enjoyed working with you as always.
Hey, thank you, Brian. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Anytime. Hope to work with you again soon. For Billy Dice behind the camera, Josh Scully, my broadcast partner, Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. This is Brian Morozak. Have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score for Franklin Regional High School, Uniontown 75, Franklin Regional 58. So long, everybody, from Murraysville, Pennsylvania.